how your thoughts affect your emotions and how your thoughts affect your physical health. Now, first of all, let's talk about thoughts and stress. Do you know that you can stress yourself out by the way you think? You say, no, it's my circumstances. No, it's the way you think about your circumstances. And God has given us an answer, the simplest answer to every problem, and it takes most of us a lifetime to learn it. J. Arthur Rank, an English executive, decided to do all of his worrying one day a week. So he chose Wednesdays. And when anything happened that gave him anxiety or annoyed him or bothered his ulcer, he would write it down and put it in his worry box and forget all about it until the next Wednesday. The interesting thing that was on the following Wednesday, when he opened the worry box, he found that most of the things that had disturbed him in the past 6 days were already settled, and it would have been useless to have worried about them. My administrative assistant is here, and when I was recovering from my hip surgery, I just asked him to give me, can I have 30 days without the phone ringing, without getting a bunch of emails, unless it's something really, really important. So she didn't contact me hardly very much at all. And when it was over, I said, you really did a good job. She said, you know what I found out? Most of the things solve themselves. And it would be amazing the things that would just work themselves out if we just wouldn't get so worked up about them. Now, that doesn't mean to be irresponsible, but honestly and truly, a lot of times we don't even give God time to even begin to work. And we're all over the situation. So do all your worrying one day a week, and you'll probably find out by the time it comes, you won't have to do any worrying at all. You know, very often I have what I call come to Jesus meetings. You know what that is? That's where you come to Jesus and you say, we need to have a meeting because I'm in a mess and I need some information. And I spent a lot of years in my life all stressed out and tied up in knots with headaches and all kinds of other stuff. And the doctors would tell me it was stress and it would make me mad. And I thought, no, you are the one stressing me out. You are making me stress, telling me it's stress. And I was like that because my mother had a mental disorder, and I did not want to hear the word stress because I equated it to not being able to handle life. And I was not going to have mental problems. And then finally, through a long series of education and understanding, I found out that stress can be caused from a lot of different things. And there were many of the things that I was doing wrong, like worrying, trying to change people. You can't change people. Only God can change people. If you think you're going to marry somebody and change them after you marry them, you better wake up and smell the roses before you say I do. Because I can promise you that they've got some bad habits that you have not seen yet until they get comfortable. How's this? I did not even know when I married Dave that he played golf. Didn't even know. Didn't even know. Because he was all focused on me. And that's the way I thought it was going to be our whole life. Come on, is anybody with me tonight? Yeah, well, you know about how long that honeymoon thing lasts. And then reality kicked in. And one day we were having his whole family over that weekend, and he said, and you know, so I'm busy cleaning the house and doing all this stuff, and he said, well, I'm going to go out to the park and hit shag balls. And I thought, what is a shag ball? Well, it's a thing golfers do where they take a whole bag of golf balls and go out and just hit them one after another after another after another. I didn't know that in order to play golf one day a week, you have to practice the other 6 days. I didn't understand that. But here we are 48 years later, and Dave is still working on his swing. And every time he goes out and plays bad, then he's got to go out and work on it again, because now he's got something in it he's got to fix. And so it's kind of like a joke now, because he'll home, I think I know what it is now. And I'm like, get out of here. So as I've had my come to Jesus meetings and tried to get to the reality of what some of my problems were. Come on, look at me. Some of you that feel bad all the time, and I'm all with doctors. I mean, I go to the doctor when I need to. I've got medicine that I take, but I found out there's a lot of things you can't medicate. You cannot medicate a bad attitude. Come on. You can't medicate bitterness and hatred and anger and jealousy and resentment. Only God can take care of those things. So I started getting honest with myself, and here's some of the things that I learned. I just wrote down a few things here. As I had my come to Jesus meetings, I have received many simple but stress-relieving ideas from him. Change my schedule and leave a little margin so I don't end up rushing from thing to thing with no breaks in between. No, you don't like that one? Now see, I'm the kind, I don't like to waste time. So I want to give you 45 minutes for this, 30 minutes for that. And my assistant will tell you, it's like, so I have this thing, it's like, okay, I got to get my hair done, and then I got to get over here to this appointment, and I don't want to get there too early, but I don't want to get there late. And, you know, she's trying her best to work these appointments out where I'm, you know, got it all just right. And I've learned, you know, it's not going to kill me to sit in the car for 10 minutes and breathe before the next appointment. Sometimes that's actually good. Another thing that I learned through these Come to Jesus meetings is take time to do things I enjoy instead of being excessive about work. Because no matter how long you work, there will always be another project that needs to be done. Another thing, have a plan, but don't get upset if my plan is interrupted for a good reason. Go with the flow. Make better choices about what I eat. Make better choices about what I eat. And make better choices about what I eat and the kind of fuel I put into my body, because it will determine how well it functions. You are not going to live on potato chips and candy bars and soda pop and caffeine and think you're going to have any energy and feel good. I'm sorry, but it's not going to work. Drink lots of good, clean water. How many of you don't drink enough water? Why not? I don't like water. Well, God obviously liked it. That's the one thing he gave us to drink. And all we do is ruin it by filling it full of chemicals. I learned to have a regular bedtime and get 8, and now sometimes I get 9 hours sleep a night. Don't try to keep all the people happy all the time. Say no when I need to. Okay, how many of you eat way too much junk? Don't drink enough water. Don't get enough sleep. Okay, then we need not be bothered to try to explain to you why you're tired. Duh. Why is it that we keep thinking that we can do the wrong thing and get a right result? And here's the thing, it's not that you can never eat a dessert or never eat what you want, but you can't live on the stuff. Anyway, I'm not going to get into a health message, but you know, the enemy just loves to put junk in our minds. And one of the things that you're going to find floating around in your mind on a pretty regular basis till you learn to recognize it and not put up with it is, I just can't do this. This is just too hard. I just cannot put up with you one more second. And we need to think, I can do whatever I need to do through Christ who is my strength.
Thank you for watching pwc.TheFeetOfJesustv. I trust that the message you just experienced has truly blessed you. If it resonated with your heart, I encourage you to press that subscribe button and give us a like. By doing so, you'll stay connected and receive alerts whenever we share new content that uplifts and inspires. Your support means so much to us and helps spread the word of God even further. May the good Lord continue to shower his blessings upon you and your loved ones. Remember, your engagement not only strengthens our community, but also enriches your spiritual journey. Thank you for being a part of this family.